Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris. I'm your coach and sports therapist, and welcome to our Wednesday prehab recovery session. Okay, so it's all about recovery today. So it is going to be some yoga-based movements for those who are brand new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. But it's all about yoga, mobility. It is all about increasing your flexibility, resetting the mind, doing some breath work, resetting the body after the last couple of days that we've done those strength sessions, that walk bike session last night, if you joined in. And then generally it's that kind of midweek lull that a lot of people kind of go through. So it's something to kind of uplift your spirit, make you feel good about yourself, relax yourself if you're going through a lot of stress at the minute, and just kind of reset and realign everything. Okay, so like Lucy, say hello in the comment section. Good morning, Lucy. How are you doing? It's always nice to see some names, some faces popping up into that. Okay, so if you can, say hello. Don't be a stranger. Don't be shy. But yeah, the things you're going to need today are your yoga mat. Okay, so if you have one, you're going to need a big open space so you can starfish. Okay, you're going to need a couple of yoga blocks or some equivalents to some sturdy objects that aren't going to move around if you're struggling with flexibility, like me, for my hamstrings. And then you're going to need some sort of yoga strap. Now, okay, if you don't have a strap, some good alternatives are towels, whether it's a beach towel, face towel, morning hand. Yeah, super tired this morning. And if you don't have those, maybe a dog lead, maybe a belt, just to hook onto your and just increase that flexibility. Okay, so with that being said, don't know about you, but I'm freezing, so I'm gonna get going. Okay, so because of the cold, like I said, I'm just freezing. All right, so when muscles are cold, they're less flexible. Okay, so just be careful if you are cold like myself. You're gonna have to ease into it, just like so. All right, because I know the temperature has dropped lately. We've got a bit of a frost coming through, so just be aware of that. Okay, and then ease into it just like you would if you would normally start. All right, don't get too adventurous and just go straight in because you might increase the risk of injury. Right, so take your time, slow it down, and let's loosen up that body. Okay, so just like so, you are going to sink your hips into your heels like that. Okay, now if this is quite painful for you for whatever reason, whether it's your ankles, your knees, your tight quads, or whatever, you're going to try and sit on your bum cross-legged if you can. All right, so from there, what you're going to do, you're going to sink it down just like so to get that kind of stretch. You're going to lengthen your body as tall as you can, draw it up and then out with the shoulders. Okay, so from there, right, sitting up nice and tall. If you want to, you don't have to. You can close your eyes. Take a moment to take a big deep breath in. Just like so, breathing out. Now if you can, try and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. It does wonders for your nervous system, bringing you out that fight or flight system. Now some of you may think, why am I in that fight or flight system? But generally because of we're 200 times more stimulated than we were when we were in World War II, could you believe it or not, because of our handheld devices, because so much information is so instant. Okay, so it's brilliant to come into this and then start breathing through your nose, okay, because it instantly takes you out of that fight or flight system by taking big deep breaths through your nasal passage. Try and have 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. So it's nice and long, big, deep breaths, one after the other. Good. From there, with your right hand, bring your chin over to your right shoulder. Okay. You're going to gently press on the chin itself. Okay. You're not really trying to rag your neck or chin over. You're just gently pressing just to get the stretch on the neck just by here. As you're coming through. Sit, big deep breath. Good, gently swap the sides. Keeping the chest up tall, draw the shoulders back. Holding that position in the legs as long as you possibly can. If you need to adjust, then by all means do so. Sit on your bum, cross your legs if you can. Otherwise, the legs out nice and straight. Good. From there, chin to your chest. Keeping your body up tall, purposely drawing your shoulders back. You should feel it pull from your neck. Sometimes this can be a little painful if you have a lot of tension. If you do, head over to those foam rolling videos we have on our channel, and I'll be able to teach you how to remove that tension and remove that pain. So from there, head up as tall as you can. Try and clench your jaw so it kind of tightens up the muscles. What I'll do is help stretch them out at the same time. Good. Gently coming back down again, heading over to the right side. A little pressure on the chin. Good. Opposite side now. Good. Back down to the chest. Draw the shoulders back. Good. Head up as tall as you can. Good. Gently shake it out. Okay, so from there, you're going to hop your knees out. Good morning. Hopping your knees out. Okay, you're going to walk your hands further down. You're going to take your time. You're going to hold that stretch out as far as you can. So your hips on your ankles if you can, and you're walking your hands as far away, stretching out those shoulders, keeping those hips as still as you can, and really lengthening those lats. Okay, so they're kind of the wings of your back, if you will. They come right from the center of your hip all the way up, right into just underneath your armpit as they cup around your spine and out underneath your arms. So big deep breaths, focus on your breathing, gently coming out nice and tall. So from there, coming up nice and tall, arcing your back just like so. Bring your knees directly underneath your hip, hands directly underneath the shoulder, curving that back as best as you can. Really stretching your shoulder blades apart. Good. From there, curving the back, nice soft elbows, pushing the chest out, sticking the bum out. Nice and easy. Good. Again, sinking it down as deep as you can. So reaching forward, nice and deep. Good. Again, breathe it away as you come up, curving the back, pressing away from the floor, stretching those shoulder blades out as much as you possibly can. Good. Curving your back the opposite way this time. Nice and easy. Squeezing those back muscles, pushing that chest out, pushing that bum out. Nice soft elbows. Good. From there, as you come forward, you're going to drop forward. You're going to press away from the floor, keeping your hips down as much as you can. Morning, Tim. How are we doing, buddy? Good. Try and lengthen those shoulders, lengthen that neck. Stretch out those abs. Should feed them from the other day, potentially. Good. Again, gently coming back over. Sinking it down as deep as you can. As you come forward, this time you're going to draw your left leg forward, placing your foot by your hands. So you've got your heel in line with your wrist, okay? So from there, taking it easy, nice and steady, drawing your hip down as much as you can. You should feel it stretch on your inside of your groin, your hamstrings, your hip flexor on the back leg. As you're there, gently coming up, rotating that hand around the inside arm. Big deep breaths, follow around with the eyes. Breathing it out. Good, that's brilliant. Good, gently coming around. From there, dropping the outside arm down, placing your hand on the back of your head. Okay, you're gonna tap the floor with your elbow if you can. You're gonna reach around, hold it at the top, nice and steady, then come back around, reaching the floor, tap in, and again, nice and steady, pausing at the top, getting that stretch in that upper thoracic spine. Good, rotating around again. Breathing it away. Good, 2 more times, tap in. Good, last time. Good, from there, if you have the flexibility, you are going to drop that inside arm so the elbows are in line, arms are coming forward, the foot is right next to that forearm. Get a big deep breath, in for the nose, out for the mouth, getting the best out of that stretch, trying to relax as much as you possibly can. That's it, nice and steady, taking your time. Good, gently coming up. From there, swapping sides, move back into that original position, separating the toes, drawing down, holding that position, and then breathing it out, nice and steady. Take your time. Just make sure those feet are forward, the toes are separated. You go your heel, the ball of your foot down, and you're focusing on heel and that big toe at the front. Okay, you control those, and everything else will fall in line. Okay, so hands are separated as far as you can, right? And then it's a big rotation with that inside arm coming around, so you get a straight line all the way from one hand right the way up to the other, and then following around with those eyes, looking at those fingertips, looking at the sky. Big deep breath. Good, gently coming around, dropping the outside arm down so the elbow is in line with the heel. It's really important you do that. You want everything in symmetry if you can. Hands on the back of the head. Okay, you're going to draw down, and you might not get there, and it might be a little harder than the previous side. Okay, and you're going to rotate as best as you can. Big deep breath. Good, gently coming around, tapping the floor again if you can. Reaching. Good, it's nice and smooth, tapping the floor. Good. Sit nice and gentle, pause at the bottom, big drive up, away. Getting that stretch, getting that rotation. Good, 2 more. Tap, gently rotate round, pause at the top. Last time. Tapping the floor, coming around. Good, and if you can, gently draw that arm down. Keep it alongside the foot. The foot is more likely going to want to
rotate outwards. If you can, try and keep it dead straight. Big deep breaths. Don't know about you, but for me, this side is much, much tighter. So take your time with it, okay? Oh. It's a brilliant job. Big deep breaths in for the nose. Good, gently coming up, taking your time, pausing at the top, allow the muscle to relax a little. Big deep breaths. Good, gently, ever so gently, coming back. Take your knees out nice and wide, your feet nice and flat, stretching it down, opening up your hips again, stretching those arms out. Just like so. And breathing as best as you can. So great job, sliding out nice and tall. Coming all the way over, down to the floor again. Big powerful press up. Push it away. Trying to really draw your head up. Okay, don't just sit down at the bottom. Okay, stretch and then stretch again. Okay, draw those shoulders down. Good, draw the hips down as best as you can. Get the curve in the spine. Stretch the hip flexors out. That's perfect. Okay, so from there, you're going to draw your right leg slightly inwards at a 45-degree angle. You're going to bring your left leg out just like so, okay? From there, what you're going to do, you're going to try your best to keep that leg facing towards me, okay? And this leg, like I said, is slightly at that 45-degree angle, okay? Now, your hands come forward. You're going to draw forward. It's going to open up your hip flexors, okay? Going to feel a little bit tight towards your groin, towards the top of your hips. And allow the little rotation on that knee and slight rotation in the ankle by there on the outside leg. And from there, you're going to sink down as deep as you possibly can. You're going to slide your hands forward whilst doing so. You should feel it on the outside of your trunk and the inside of your thigh as you hold that position. So try and breathe as deep as you can. Nice and steady. Good. Coming up, breathing it out, drawing down, opening up those hips. It's definitely a must after all the training. So big deep breaths. Coming down again, breathe in. So walk those hands if you can. Sink those hips. Good. Gently coming up one more time. Drawing it forward. Sinking it down. Whoa, just be careful. Don't want to hurt yourself. You want to try and take it as far as possible. Okay, big deep breaths. Nice and easy. It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it? Really nice. So, last time, coming down. Big deep breath in as you go down. Sink it down as best as you can. Reaching out. Breathe it away. Let it all go. Amazing job, guys. Well done. Gently coming up nice and tall. Slowly drawing in. Setting yourself up on the opposite side. Now just be aware that, like I've said before, okay, one side doesn't equal the other, okay? You're going to have slight differences. You may be tighter this side. You might not be able to go as low. So just be aware of that, okay? So big stretch out. You want that toe facing towards me. Okay, you want that leg as straight as you can so you can feel that stretch right up in towards your groin and your hamstring. Okay, and then this leg now is on that 45-degree angle. These hands come out as far as they can. Okay, and then you sink it down as you take a breath in. Breathing it out, feeling that stretch in those lats. In the outer side of your trunk. Your armpit all the way down to your back, potentially your hip, and that inside thigh, like I said. Taking that easy. Big deep breaths. That's it. Big deep breaths, nice and easy. Good. Coming up nice and steady. Drawing it down. Rotating the hips. Opening up the front. Big deep breath. That's it. Big deep breath. Good. Gently breathing it in. Drawing back as steadily as you can. Stretching it out with those arms. Opening up those hips. Loosen that body. Keep that leg as straight as you can on the outside. Taking your time. Lock those arms out. Don't let them fold. Good. Big deep breath in. Breathe it away as you come up for the final time. Good, nice and steady. Draw it back in. What you're going to need is your yoga block in the center of your mats if you can. So just like so. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section whilst you're getting ready. Hope you're all doing good. Still swimming, mate. Still swimming. Wim Hof, innit? Getting that Wim Hof life in. So, you are nice and wide with your legs. Not too wide. I don't want you sliding across the floor. So if you're wearing socks, I'd recommend taking them off. So you've got that sticky kind of floor, that grip underneath your feet. Okay, I don't want anyone doing splits and hurt themselves. So just be aware of it. Your yoga block. Okay. What you should do is if you lean forward and kind of bend over, if you will. So just like that, and then lean it forward so your back is now dead straight, but you can feel it in the inside and your hamstrings. Now, some of you are going to be super flexible and I'm going to feel it that much, which means then you're going to drop it down to a flat version, okay? But that back, see how mine is rounded now? You need to draw out, okay? So my technique is, there you go, a little bit better there, but I've had to readjust this block, okay? Now, because I have tight hamstrings, in order for me to keep my legs locked down and my arms straight, I need to press my chest out, okay? Now, just because I want to get down to here doesn't mean my back will allow it, all right? Because of those tight hamstrings. So make sure your back is pressed out and it is dead flat, which is why for me, Coming up here is much better and much more beneficial to improve my hamstring flexibility and my spine health, okay? So it's there, pressed out as best as you can, and I'll explain everything as you do. So if you can, get yourself into that position. Grab your yoga block, making sure that back is lovely and straight. Walk those feet out a little bit more if you can, so you're increasing that stretch in the hamstrings and its knees back. The moment you lock them out, okay, you're going to know what I'm talking about in regards to that flexibility. Right, press your chest out, big deep breath. What you're going to do is fully commit one arm to your yoga block. Okay, I'm using my left, which means that right hand is going to come nice and flat there. From there, okay, I'm going to draw back. Okay, notice the drop in the shoulder, so it's kind of coming at an angle like this. I'm going to draw up, okay, so it's straight, and then I'm going to rotate all the way around, and it's going to increase the the stress on this leg as I do so. Okay, so you're trying to get as tall as you can, like that, but it's going to increase that stretch on that inner thigh and that hamstring. And breathe it out as best as you can. Make sure the object you're using is sturdy. So if you get shaky, it's not going anywhere. Big deep breaths. Keep looking at those fingertips. Good. Slowly coming around. Big breaths. Swapping wrists, okay. Some of you are going to be a little bit sore in the wrist. Okay, draw up so your back's flat. Push your chest out so your back is flat, nice and steady. Okay, and then draw around this side. Again, for me, it's a little tighter. Don't know about you. And keep those legs as straight as you can. So nice and easy. Good. Gently coming back around. Swapping sides. Again, super solid, super sturdy, nice and safe. Hand on the side, draw the shoulder back, rotating around as much as you can. Breathe it away. Keep it up. Keep it going. Keep pushing around. Good. Gently coming back around. Great job. Swap the sides once more. Whew. That's it. Draw the shoulder back. Make sure that's lovely and locked in. Rotate best as you can. That's it. Big deep breath. That's it. Nice and steady. Gently coming back around. Good job. Okay, so feeding your feet back in. Just like so. Okay. Coming up. Knocking this down for now. Okay. From there, what we're going to do is, if you can, you're going to use an object. If you can, grab your yoga strap, if you can, or the equivalent of it. So from there, what you're going to do, you're going to put 1 foot behind, 1 foot forward. If you need a cushion for that knee, by all means place one on there. Okay. Now this little strap, you're going to put the end of it onto the ankle that you have behind you. Okay. So just be careful of that. So it's just like so. There we go. Right. For now, drop that by the side of you. I'm going to place this one forward. You're going to bring your yoga block in line with your heel, right? And then you're going to draw forward like so. in that position, all right? So that back leg is nice and straight, coming all the way up to the hip. You've got a beautiful little right angle. Now, if you're going over your toes slightly, what I want you to do is shuffle that foot a little forward. So when you go forward, that shin is dead straight, okay? And then just use that yoga block to move forward a little bit more and adjust it like so, okay? So, big deep breath, nice and gentle. Breathe it out. Keep that spine as straight as you can. So press away, which is why we're using the yoga block. Big deep breath. If you're feeling those quads, those hip flexors, top of your hip. The reason why we have a lot of back pain is because of those hip flexors, right? Some of them come through the pelvis and are actually attached to the back, the lower back. So when we sit down a lot, they're the ones that we tend to stand up and stretch that lower back. It's because they're tight at the front. So the more you loosen that front, the more you strengthen the back, the more it's going to help you. So from there, gently coming up, if you can, draw your yoga block a little further forward. Now, if you have a long strap, it's going to go over your shoulder, okay? Just like so. If you have a short one, then you're going to hold onto the back and lift up like so, okay? Heel towards your bum if you can. If you're holding here, you have a straight spine and you are going to pull up towards you like that, and then shuffle that foot further forward and lean forward as you hold it. It's going to increase the flexibility in the quads, the hip flexors, but it's going to be painful as you can imagine. All right, so keep pushing forward, keep the spine straight, shoulders strong, and then breathe it out as best as you can. Good, gently relaxing, shaking it off. From there, you're going to swap sides. Naturally, swap the strap off over onto the opposite leg. Let's see what Tim's on about. That's tough, yeah, super tough. So, especially triathletes, okay, with the amount of cycling we do, okay, we get a lot of tightness here, especially if you're in that aero position there, and those legs are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. They're coming up to here a lot. So leaning forward, getting in that aero position is going to take its toll on your body. So it's really important that you do this work, which is why here at Recovery Lab, as you know, we have that holistic approach, okay? And by holistic, I mean a well-rounded approach, because a lot of us want the picture at the end, whatever that picture is, the goal, okay? But it's working on all the pieces of the puzzle to create that picture, all right? What a lot of us do is focus on the pieces of the puzzle that we like, and we neglect the other things that we don't like. Then we don't end up with that perfect piece of the puzzle, you know? And that's the biggest difference between us and athletes, okay? Especially elite athletes, is they spend more time working on the other pieces, the ones that they're not good at, the ones that they don't like, okay, than the ones that they do like. So, similar position, okay, you're drawing forward, keeping that yoga block in line with the heel. This leg for me is a lot tighter, you can already feel it. Okay, you're trying to press that chest up, just like so. Feels savage. So keep pressing, it will be the sorest, okay? The more you hone in on those areas, right, the more it's going to help you, okay? The reason why we get injuries generally is because we have a lot of tension. Imagine that you've got a pint glass and you're adding water to that pint glass. The more tension there is, okay, once it starts getting to the top, your body starts saying, I'm hurting, okay? And then once it starts overflowing, that's when you start presenting an injury, okay? It's those non-contact injuries that we should never have, all right? So doing this, doing the strength work on a Monday, Tuesday, the prehab work on Thursday, Friday, all helps benefit your sport or your life, depending on what you're doing as a hobby. So gently coming up, similar practice, strap over the shoulder if you can. Just be aware where the strap is so it's not cutting anything off. All right, so pull it up as tall as you can. Now just be aware that this side may or may not be tighter, so you may need to lean forward less. I do. Just like that. Oh my God. So big deep breaths, try and embrace it. Big deep breaths. Wowza. So gently relax. Gently coming back down onto the floor. Whew. Sliding your yoga block out of the way. How are we doing? Good to see you, Bright. Hope you enjoy it later on. So from there, you're going to spin your strap around so it's facing the front. Okay, you're going to bring your body together. So your heels are together, your arms fan out to the top, keeping it nice and stuck together. You're going to point your toes, bring your knees off the floor, bring your lower back off the floor, stretching out as much as you can, really lengthen that body, bring everything back in alignment. Big deep breaths in for the nose, out for the mouth, nice and gently. That's awesome. Really, really good. Keep pointing those toes. Good. Gently fanning out from the back. Okay, so the leg with the strap on the ankle. Okay, you're going to be lifting that up. You're going to be hooking the ball of your foot. Okay, keeping that leg as straight as you can. With the opposite leg, you want the toe and the knee facing towards the ceiling. You're going to be drawing up, pulling it as straight as you can, and holding on whilst potentially it tremors. Big deep breaths. That's it, nice and gently. Just a little bit more if you can. Good, gently shaking it out. Nice and easy. From there, you're going to lift up. You're going to draw over towards the opposite side. Rotating the hips as best you can, keeping that back leg as straight as possible, directly underneath your shoulders. And then this one, lifting it up as tall as you can. Try and draw the shoulders down if you can, both sides. Get as much rotation in that upper spine as you possibly can. So big, deep breaths. Taking it easy. Good. From there, gently rotating it over to the other side. Big deep breaths. Oh. So big deep breaths. Keep it away. Sit, gently bring it into the middle. Stretch out as best as you can, fanning those arms around, keeping them low to the floor. Point the toes, lift the knees, lift the lower back, stretch it out. Big deep breath in. Good. From there, put the strap onto the other leg, just like so. Hooking onto the foot, bringing it down as tall as you can. So, opposite leg as straight as you can. Toes and knee facing the sky. Big deep breaths. Try and breathe it out, breathe it away. Relax as much as you possibly can. Sit, big deep breaths. Sit a little closer if you can. Good, gently relaxing, dropping it down towards the floor, lifting it up, drawing it over the top, rotating that body, rotating those hips, but gluing those shoulders down towards the floor. Big stretch out, a big T shape with the arms, lifting up that leg. Sit nice and steady. Amazing job. Sit, stepping over the opposite side. Knocking that leg out if you can, keeping those shoulders down. So gently shake it out. Nice and easy. Stretch our body out for the last time. Tall as you can. Point those toes. Really lengthen that body up. Big deep breath. Good. Gently coming up nice and tall. Taking the strap off. Chucking it to the side. Spinning around. Ta-da! Have an amazing day, guys. Hope you all enjoy yourselves. Hope you enjoyed today's session. Let me know in that comment section how you found it. I feel a little bit looser because
to be honest, I felt super tight. My hamstrings and my quad on this leg, wow. Have an amazing day. Hope you feel as good as I do. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for joining me each and every session you attend. It means the world. I absolutely love delivering these sessions, regardless of whether they're free or not. Honestly, it brings me a lot of happiness, and I hope it brings you as much happiness as it does me. I definitely think I'm an inch taller, or maybe just the morning here. It might be that. But have an amazing day. If you can, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on the way out, and let your friends know. Get them involved. If you're feeling the benefits, share the wealth with everybody else. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for that upper body prehab. Okay. If you need me, hit me up on Instagram. Otherwise, have a lovely, lovely day, and see you soon. Stay safe, stay warm. And yeah, gorilla hair. It is everywhere, isn't it? You know, it's like I've combed it over. Grease mode. Have a lovely one, all right? Take care. See you soon.